I learned a lot of important things at Eastern Michigan University. I think the most important thing was to build a network that would sustain your career and build friendships that will last a lifetime. I have teammates that I call my brothers. There are people I can call on the phone and I can come to their houses, be with their families. They'll come support me in my career. Being a student here, I never imagined that, but here I am 15 years later and still having those same friendships and bonds. We would dance, we would hang out, we would joke. There were times where we'd be in the hill and we'd be cooking sausages and the smoke detector would come on. We had to evacuate the dorms. We just pray that we didn't burn down the hill. But just being what we call in the trenches with your brothers, that's in the locker room, those are in close games. That's when you confide in your teammates and your friends to know that I got your back no matter what. You know, those 40 minutes that you play on the floor extend to 40 years in life. I know that the guys that will rebound for me, that will make shots for me, will do anything today in life for me. Being a student here, there were a lot of learning opportunities on campus. Keith Paul Jason was a big bridge for us as student athletes to invite us and challenge ourselves to get out of our network. There were like the Apollo events, the MLK Day and Week events. So we try to do our best as basketball players, not only to be identified in one area, but to also have that campus life to make us feel holistically like we are students here at Eastern Michigan. Being involved on campus helped me be a better leader because I got a view of what it's like to be a regular student. Understanding the grind, understanding how hard you have to work to get through 4 years of college or the jobs you may have to take to support your education. Now that I'm in a leadership position myself, it gives me the empathy for my student athletes to help them be better people themselves. Like you want to understand the realms in which your student athletes are a part of and you want to enhance them. So when I'm a coach, I don't look at my players as just basketball players. Holistically, I look at them as students and try to understand each arena in which I can make them better people so they can be better basketball players. I understand the importance of education and athletics, and I don't think they're mutually exclusive of each other, but you can bridge the two to make a really good student athlete. The culture at Eastern Michigan is unlike other universities. I feel like it's more intimate. At a lot of schools, you kind of get overlooked in the masses. Here, I had a connection with everybody on every level, and I think that's followed me into my career still today. The people here definitely shape and form you for life moving forward, but continue to do so as you move forward. My personal mission statement is give more, take less. As a young person, I think it's important that we dive into our communities, our local congregations, the institutions that we work in. I think if we all pour into each other, our cups would be a lot more filled. Two pieces of advice I'll give the current freshmen. First, give yourself some grace. The 4 years or 5 years you may be here will not always be easy. When you're going through your studies and your social life, that you have to give yourself time to grow into the person you want to be. You're not always going to have to figure it out your freshman year. And the second piece is you have to work toward the person you want to be. Things don't always come to you. You have to go reach those things. Be a part of the Eastern Michigan network and community. I never thought coming here that I would get recognized for anything. Because I came here to serve the institution, and in return, it served me. It put scholarship dollars in my pocket. It gave me an opportunity to get a really good job and career, which ultimately has led to a pretty good life. I'm thankful to get honored, but even more grateful that this institution has recognized me as a young alumni, and I hope that one day I can write a letter of recommendation for the next one. There are a lot of people I want to thank. I'll start with Coach Charles Ramsey. He is the first person to award me a scholarship. He came into my house, spoke with my mother, spoke with my sister, spoke with my niece, and painted a vision who I could be as a young man. And I'm always going to be indebted and grateful for that. I want to thank Coach Thomas, CT, that's my man, that's my big brother. He is the first person to get on the phone with me and kind of describe what it's like to be a student athlete at Eastern Michigan because he was a great one himself. I want to thank the administrators. Dr. Gregg was a good influence for me. Dr. Broughton was really another good influence for myself as well. And then I want to thank all my coaches and my teammates. Those are my brothers. Those are the people that today that I still rely on to get advice. There are people that I want to model when I become a father. There are people that I trust or people that I love.